AskRedd by Revan. Millennials are often blamed for killing this and that, but what are they giving birth to? I work in mental health and my co-workers who have been in the field for decades say that they notice that millennial, and younger, male patients have male visitors. One nurse told me that male patients usually only have family visit and it's nice seeing the change. When I was in the hospital, 50F, no one visited me. This was about 16 years ago, so would have been my mid-30s. Visit your depressed suicidal relatives and friends. I felt so alone. My son is 30. He has this strong group of friends around him from a broad range of backgrounds. He and his friends have formed a buying group where when it is a member of their group's birthday, they all pitch in and buy one expensive present. They bought him a $400 set of chisels. I don't know how common this is among this generation, but I feel like they have figured out how to do commercialism that really beats my generation. More importantly, he's 30 and still has strong friendships. Millennials are probably keeping the toy industry alive, if not the same amount, close to the same amount as children buying toys. Emo millennials are single-handedly keeping Lego alive. Being more engaging fathers. And just male figures in kids' lives. I don't remember my uncles' grandfathers giving me the time of day growing up, much less making an effort to join in girl play. My husband is fantastic with our nieces and nephew and wants to be on the floor with them involved in play. I'm waiting to break out Pretty Princess for him to join in on, or for our nieces wanting to give him a makeover, hopefully with kid makeup and not mom's, because I have faith he will be on board for anything they ask him to do for playtime. Boundaries. Your generation is too sensitive. No, we're not. We're just refusing to put up with your tired shit because we've found we don't need to. Hopefully putting an end to unpaid internships. But I will pay you in X pay re-enset. Self-worth in the workplace. The only time you're allowed to make me cry in the workplace is A. My going away party. B. Optional office movie night. C. Your going away party. D. What do you mean I didn't win the office gingerbread contest? What waste of flour could have possibly beaten my 52 inches tall Seattle Spice Needle? E. The Onion Factory incident. They are doing a fairly good job at getting rid of toxic office culture and having more work from home options. The ancient politicians people elect are against it, so it's up to the Zoomers to continue the good work. Boomers brought the cubicles. Gen X got rid of the cubicles and brought in the open office floor plan. Millennials are ditching the office altogether to work from home. They've given birth to actually liking your partner and pushing away that previous belief where marriage relationships are meant to be this miserable shared experience. The millennials in my circle love their partners and don't act like it's a huge chore or burden to be with them. I love this and it's the same in my circle as well. And the ones who don't like it, love being single and saying and no one judges the other for having a preference. Parenting where kids are actually allowed to have feelings. And who are allowed to politely decline a hug from rando relatives. Prioritizing mental health, normalizing not having kids if you don't want them, adopting more pets. I'm torn on the idea of having kids. And I'm running out of time. The thought of never having the ability is just as anxiety inducing as having them. So much unknowns that I don't get how anyone even makes the choice. Options. They want the lives they want, not the lives society tells them they should want. A generation that does not give one fuck about corporations. While there's certainly been a lot of distaste for corporations in the past, it feels like in recent years younger generations have had absolutely zero faith in either corporations or the 1% to have anything but their own short-term interests at heart, which is good because they're usually right. Acceptance. I've never seen a group of folks more accepting of other ethnicities, cultural backgrounds, etc. than millennials and following generations. I think we had more of a willingness to educate ourselves and try to understand others. Instead of freaking out because someone was different, we'd take a moment to try to put ourselves in their shoes. My parents are great. But whatever they learnt or were told about back in the day is where they stopped. When my brother came out, they were very accepting, which was great. But then my mum confided in me she was so worried he was going to get AIDS. I had to explain to her that today everyone is well informed. Medical help has come a long way. And actually gay men are often more aware than straight couples. She still thought things were like in the 80s. Exposing perverts and pedophiles. I've never seen so many expose documentaries and movements exposing people for their wrongdoings. Older generations just kept silent about this shit and just kept letting it happen. I fuck with my generation. We might not ever become homeowners, but I fuck with us. This, for real. I didn't even know that rape caused long-lasting trauma until I was a junior or senior in high school, and a brave classmate addressed us on the topic. That would be unbelievable today. Not kids. Who has the money? Kids and housing. Mental health awareness, breaking down stigma attached to MH. Time off for guys when their wife has a baby. Big improvement. We should do this every year. Normalizing the choice of not having kids. We are recognizing trauma and abuse from our families. Some of us have been gaslit our entire lives. Now, we are starting to understand and process that there was always something wrong beneath the surface of our lives. We all tried so hard for a better life, but some of us felt like we were always being held underwater. It's not us, it's the system, the rich and the corporations that held us down. It was also the family trauma and abuse that was never acknowledged until now. It was also the medical gaslighting and the terrible healthcare system in the United States that needs to change. Leaving toxic work environments. Being much more involved fathers. Diaper changes, night feedings bring it. Breaking the trend in not turning into our parents. Edit. What I mean by this is not screaming at my kid for holding the flashlight wrong or making fun of him for crying. So many boomers never gave emotional support to their kids, and that's a trend I see millennials breaking. I think this is a big one. My parents did things the way they did because that's how I was raised. Yay, no thanks. I'm going to do better for my daughter. Choosing to be child free. Millennials haven't killed anything. They just refuse to keep molesting the corpse.